Hello everybody, this is Husky10. I am currently updating and making a tower defense game called Battle X. It is currently on its second update or second installment. Links will be in the description, but in this video we are going to start a small series on how to make a Flappy Bird style game. I will be going through art, I will be going through music, I will be going through sound effects. So let's get into it. This is essentially what we're going to make. I made this a while ago. We're also going to go through transitions as well, scene transitions. Sorry, my computer's a little slow. Yeah. See, I died. My score is 0. And then goes back to the balloon to the title. If you want to play it, there is a link in the description. I do not know currently if I will be putting up an updated version, and I don't know if I am going to be putting all the files available online, all the art and that, but we'll see what happens. I kind of want you to make this your own. For this tutorial, you are going to need pieces of software. You're going to need a sprite. You're going to need a sprite. You're going to need Construct 3. I used to do gdevelop, but gdevelop wasn't exactly doing it right for me, so I decided to do Construct 3. I would prefer getting a license for it. I would prefer getting a license, but this game can probably be made with the amount of events it has for free. You're going to need software called BFXR. I am going to put all the links to everything in the description. BFXR is a sound effects generator. It's kind of like SFXR. I use this one a lot because a lot of the time when I use it, I don't have access to the internet version of SFXR, but I couldn't find anything else. For music, I'm gonna go to itch.io. There was a music tool. Just gonna type in music, search for tag music. Where is it? People use this one a lot. Bosca Coil. There's a lot of different music stuff you can use, but the one I'm going to use is called Petaporan. It has a online version. How you press play. Oh, there you go. I'm gonna download this because this one I think has worked for me in the past. There's a, let's see if there's a download though. There is no download. I'm gonna go with the other one though. I kinda need tools that can run offline. That's thanks, Joe. Thanks, Joe. Alright, so I'm gonna download this. Links will be in the description for everything I use. The sound effects generator, the construct engine. What? Construct engine. Everything is going to be in the description except for the art that I have. Because I kind of want, the point of this one is so you can create your own and make it your own. So let's create a new project. But first, let's set up Bascefelian, or whatever this one is called. I saw this in the Bracky tutorial or in another YouTuber I watch. Let's get out of that. Minimize this. Let's see. Do I need to install anything? And apparently no. There's an introduction, but I ain't gonna. You can sketch, you can do anything here. Okay, that's cool. Let's see what that makes. You can use this for music, and I'm gonna use it for music. Let me see downloads. Did I mod it? No. I'm gonna bring it to the desktop. I'm also gonna trash the original download. Or if you don't like the music it makes, you can go on Free Sound and download music there. Okay, so without further ado, let's get going. I'm gonna need one more thing from Google Chrome. I want this to be playable on Android. So let's go to Google. I probably don't have to type that in. What is the aspect? What are the dimensions of the Flappy Bird game? Alright. 17 pixels wide by 12 pixels high. I don't think that's going to be good. 17 by 12. Let's see what that gives us. Holy shit. I'm gonna just go with what I usually do. What up? What? What do you? Yeah. Oh, everything's just in that space. Okay, so let's create a new file. I'm going to create it in 1000 by 600. You can do anything you want. So create, menu, project, always save. So we're going to save. Okay, sometimes you might have to reconsider figure settings. So alright, so I'm going to go to my construct 3 files. I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to call it tutorial. This is going to be our main folder. I'm going to call this flappy bird clone. Alright, and it's saved. It will save automatically that file. I'm going to zoom out though. And this is what we are left with. I kind of like the aspect ratio. You can press play and see how it looks. Okay, well, we're obviously going to need to do some tweaking, so click on your blank page, go to view, scroll down, right here where it says letterbox, you want it to scale, you want to set it to scale. I think, yep, there we go. Okay, so the point of this first part of the first tutorial is to make the base game. So let's get this going. We're going to need a new sprite. We're going to call it, well, instead of a sprite though, let's first include the keyboard because we want this to be used by a keyboard. We are going to include a tile background. Let's call it sky. You can color anything you want. I'm going to color it that. Alright, go over this way. Bring it all the way up. Alright, go down. A little forewarning, we are going to be dealing with layers in this tutorial series. Something which I don't usually do, but it makes your game look a lot nicer and easier. So scroll over, and there we go. It's full. Alright, so press play, see if you like it. If you don't like the color, change it. But I like it, so this is what we're going to have. We're going to insert a blank sprite. And we're going to go to image points. There's going to be a middle image point, an image point right here, and an image point right here. You got to remember how many you use. So we use 3. Computer counting starts at 0, so 0 through 2. This is going to spawn our pipes. Insert a new one, and we're going to make the pipe. So pipe sprite. I'm going to call this pipe. You can color it any color you wish. I'm actually going to rename this to pipe 1, and I'm going to rename this blank sprite to pipe spawn. Okay, there we go. We're going to also edit this. I'm going to go to edit points. I mean, the image point. I'm going to add a new image point, put it here, and a new one, let's say, here. There has to be a gap. I'm going to put it right there. Okay, we're also going to add a behavior. We're going to add destroy outside of layout. I'm going to clone it, call it pipe 2, make sure it's called pipe 2. I'm going to delete the image points, the 2 image points, because all that we care about is the main one. So I'm going to put that. I'm actually going to center it. You might have to mess around with it and tweak it to see which works better. So get rid of that. Alright. So one thing I want to do is resize this. And resize pipe 2 if needed. Okay, so we are ready. With the spawn, we're going to add a new behavior. We're going to add the timer behavior. I don't like using the every X amount of seconds because that time also counts for how long you're on the menu, and it starts automatically the minute you open the game. So I'm not going to use that. So let's go to let's rename our layout to game. Rename our event sheet to game E, and now we are ready. So the first thing we're going to do is add a new group. I'm going to call it pipe. So I'm gonna go to pipes, go to system, on start of layout. I want to start a pipe timer, so a pipe spawn timer. So go down to start timer. You can call. I'm gonna set it to 2 seconds. Have it as a regular type of timer, and I'm gonna call it p spawn. Keep it simple, please, because you're gonna have to remember that. Now you're gonna go to pipe spawn and go on timer p spawn. We're going to spawn pipe 1. So go to pipe spawn and say spawn object pipe 1, and we're going to, in the image point, type in choose parentheses 0, 1, 2. I would put spaces in between everything and hit done. Okay, so we're also going to click on pipe 1. We're going to spawn another object. We're going to spawn pipe 2 at image point 2. And we are going to create a new event. Every tick, I think, we're going to move pipe 1 forward by -1, I think. Let me press play to make sure that's right. Okay, I don't think that's right. It's always important to check. Alright, something's not working. Let me put pipe 1 right here. Oh, it's moving extremely slow. So, I'm gonna say -1, no wait, -2. And as you can see, it starts spawning right here. Alright, I am going to put this back up here. We also want to move pipe 2, so copy that, paste it, and have it as pipe 2. Done. So now, this is also where you want to tweak the image points. Okay, there you go. See, it's spawning. I'm gonna, so there's a big enough gap so the player has time to respond. I'm gonna say every 3 seconds. Again, tweak, tweak, tweak. Tweak it to make sure you got it right. Alright, it looks like I got it on the first try, but, well, hopefully. So, the next thing you want to do is, we're going to do this, go to families, add a family, add pipe 2 and pipe 1, hit OK. Rename this pipes, we're going to need this later. We're going to insert a new object. I'm going to call this, I'm going to search for sprite, I'm going to call it point. We're going to color it, and it can be any color, the player's not going to see this. We're also going to, on pipe 1, we're going to spawn the points on image point 1. Alright, let's see what, and then we want it to move forward. -2, and let's see what we made. Alright, we want to make it longer. Add a behavior. I'm going to add a destroy on the outside of layout. And there you go. Okay. So let's see how it looks now. I am going to tweak the image points. A little bit before I make it any longer. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Alright, now you could either hide it right now or wait till later to make sure it's working. Let's go ahead and add our players. So let's add a new sprite. It can be any color since this is the prototype. There I am going to hit shift, align, viewpoint, vertical. Where'd it go? And horizontal. There we go. It's in the center. Now we want to add a behavior. We want to add the bullet behavior. No, wait, we don't want the bullet behavior. We want to add the platform behavior. We also want to add a new thing. So we're going to tweak this. I'm going to uncheck default controls. I'm also going to insert a new object. I'm going to call it ceiling. This can be a sprite or tile background, your choice. This can also be colored any color you wish. No one's going to see it. Alright, I'm going to add a behavior and I'm going to make it solid. You don't need to add it to the side because your Flappy Bird is only going to be going up and down. I want to check one thing. Will the pipes allow me to add? It will, so I'm going to add the ceiling to pipes. Okay, what I'm doing with the family is I'm going to check for a collision with them, and then when there's a collision, I'm going to send it to game over. It's easier if you group them together so that way they're all kind of like one object meshed together. Now let's program player. I'm going to rename him to player. I'm going to go to game. I'm going to create a new group. I'm going to call it player. Now, when he I'm going to go to the keyboard. I'm going to say when key pressed, when key is down. This can be anything. It can be space. It can be S. I'm going to keep it to S. So we want to go to the player and change their Y. So vector Y, I believe, to negative 380. I'm going to say 380. There you go. Now would also be a good time to make sure it can fit in between your pipes. Alright, I'm going to adjust the pipe just by a little bit. And there you go. I'm also going to adjust this. And let's press play. You don't want it too big a gap because you don't want to make it too easy, but you don't want to make a too close together gap. Yeah, like this might be too easy. So I'm just gonna roll it back. Yeah, that's all you need for the player. We're going to add one more thing though. I'm going to add a new behavior. I'm going to add the tween behavior. First, aha. So here we are going to add a sub event. I'm gonna say player. I'm gonna I'm going to. All right, hang on. All right, sub event. Add a sub event. All right, I'm gonna say key is down. I'm gonna say S. It done. Um, player. I'm gonna tween it. One tween property. I'm gonna call it lean right. Don't waste your time with capital letters. Let's say angle. I'm gonna say the end value is going to be 0.4 and the time is going to be 0.5. As you can see, it's leaning a little bit, so I'm gonna say 3, so that way it's noticeable. As you can tell, it's leaning forward. If I want to lean back, I think I gotta add a negative. A -3, so let's see what that does. Yeah, that's what I want. Now we want another event and hit copy and then paste it. Get rid of this, invert this, and we want to reset it to, let's say, 0. Press play. I'm going to make some little adjustments. So the pipe spawn, I want it to be 5. The point thing, so is that a new group? I'm gonna call it points. Gonna add new variable, call it score. Now I'm going to say when the player is in collision with pipe, no, with points, we want to destroy points. And we want to add 1 to score. Alright, go to our game, insert new object. I'm gonna say text because we want to do the score. I'm gonna call it score. Bring it to the corner of your game or wherever you want to put it. It's really up to you. I'm going to say with every tick, I'm going to set the text to score. And oh, we got to close this. Go down to your variable and select it, hit done. And now we have a working functional Flappy Bird game. Hang on, something. Hang on. Oh, I was hitting the wrong button. I was hitting A. And surprisingly, I have not died. And there you have it, your Flappy Bird game. I'm going to add a new group. I'm going to call it Player Death. I'm going to add a new layout, add an event sheet. I'm going to call it Lose, and call this Lose E. I always put E at the end, and so I can know whether it's an event sheet or not. So go to your Lose page, insert your sky, um, duplicate your score. I'm gonna rename it to Lose Text. Type in you lose. Align it to the center of the viewpoint. Center it. Let's make it a little bigger. Alright, there you go. And in the game, you want to say when the player is in collision with the pipes family. This way we don't have to write down multiple collisions for everything. Just do it with one line of code. So hit done. We want to go to layout, lose, hit done. And there you have it. You should have a working Flappy Bird game. Don't start from there. Yeah. Oh, I died. And I died. I'm gonna make one small adjustment, which is I think the player's a little too big. There you go. And you have a working game. We're going to do one more thing in the lose, which is add a new global variable. I'm going to call this timer. We're going to say every 5 seconds. No, every 1 second. We want to subtract from timer 1. We're going to set the timer to 5, initial value to 5. Hit OK. On the start of layout, we're going to make sure that when the layout loads, it's going to go and set the value to 5. Hit done. Now when the value of timer is less or equal to 0, we want to return to the game. In the game, I do want to make one small adjustment. You do wait too long for the pipes. So I'm gonna say 3.6. Alright, let's play. Alright, it plays a lot better now. And I lost. In the game, we are going to set the initial value of points to invisible, so that way it's not going when it's not visible. Thank you for watching. The next video is going to have scene transitions, a menu, and a proper and a proper ending. And then maybe I'll show you how to make it mobile friendly. So thank you for watching.